Good morning. In this video, I'm going to explain poem number 4, After Blenheim. Blenheim, or the Battle of Blenheim, was fought on 13th August 1704 during the War of Spanish Succession in the year 1701 to 1714, saving Vienna from Franco-Bavarian army and preventing the collapse of the Grand Alliance. So you have to remember that Blenheim is the English name of the German village of Blenheim, which was situated on the left bank of Danube River in Bavaria in South Germany. As I've already told you that it refers to the war that broke out in 1701. The war was between Austria and France, and England and Netherlands, they allied themselves to Austria and France. So this poem is an anti-war poem, and it illustrates the horrors of war. It's also dealing with the themes man's cruelty to man, curiosity and lack of it, and complacency. So these are the themes on which the poem is being based. As the battle was being fought between Austria and France, the outcome or the result of the battle was English defeated the French. So these are the things that you have to keep in mind to understand the poem After Blenheim, which is written by Robert Southey. Let's discuss the stanzas. It was a summer evening. Old Caspar's work was done, and he before his cottage door was sitting in the sun, and by him, spotted on the green, his little grandchild Wilhelmine. Now, in the beginning of the poem, in the first stanza of the poem, the poet is making a reference to the summer evening, and it is being told that old Caspar is a farmer. His work was completed. He has done his work, and now he was sitting before his cottage door, and his little granddaughter Wilhelmine was playing in the field. So in the first stanza, you have to keep the information that is being given by the poet is about the summer evening. It's told about the cottage in which old Caspar lived, and after completing his work, he was sitting in the sun before his cottage door, and his grandchild Wilhelmine was playing on the field. The second stanza. She saw her brother Peterkin roll something large and round, which he beside the rivulet in playing there had found. He came to ask what he had found that was so large and smooth and round. Now Peter King is the brother of Wilhelmine, and this one has got a skull when he was playing beside the rivulet. Rivulet is a small stream. So when he was playing there, he found a large and a round thing. And then with that large and the round thing, he came to his grandfather in order to ask him, what is that large and the round thing? Old Caspar took it from the boy, who stood expectant by, and then the old man shook his head, and with a natural sigh, "It's some poor fellow's skull," said he, "who fell in great victory." So old Caspar took that skull from the large round object from his grandson, and he took it from him, and who stood expectant by. Now this boy was standing hoping to get the reply from his grandfather, and then the old man shook his head, and with a natural sigh. So old man, what he does, he shakes his head, and with a breath of sadness he says, "It's some poor fellow's skull." So he makes a reference here that this skull is of a soldier who had died in the battle, so who fell in the great victory. So it's told over here that it's being told over here that thousands of men were killed. Many thousand men were killed in the battle. But what is important, or what is emphasized here in the poem, is the victory. Okay, so you will find in almost all the stanzas, the last line is repeating, is repetition of the grand famous victory. Grand famous victory. Okay, so the figure of speech that is present wherever the poet emphasizes on the grand famous victory is refrain. Refrain is a figure of speech which is being used over here to emphasize on the repetition of the grand famous victory. "I find them in the garden, for there's many hereabout, and often when I go to plough, the ploughshare turns them out. For many thousand men," said he, "were slain in the great victory." So in this stanza it is being told, "I find them in the garden." So he means to say here that he has found many skulls in the garden. Then he is also saying, "For there many hereabout, and often when I go to plough." So whenever he goes to his farm, while ploughing, he finds the skulls of many thousand men who were killed in the battle. Who were killed in the battle. "For many thousand men," said he, "were slain in the great victory." So again you find here in this stanza the great victory is being emphasized. So wherever you come across the emphasis being given to the great victory, the figure of speech is refrain. And refrain is such a figure of speech which is being used in the poem in the stanzas, or at the end of, or in the last line of the stanza.